This is a WITC Learning Commons video on Microsoft Word, Getting Started. My name is Emily Belke and I'm going to be taking you through the basics of Microsoft Word. The most important first step in getting to know Microsoft Word is understanding the layout of the program and to get to know a little bit of the terminology that surrounds it. What you see in front of you right now is a picture of a Microsoft Word document when it is first opened. It automatically starts at a blank screen with a document area, this section right here. The most important area is up here. This is called the ribbon, and these are the different tabs. These are the different things that you will see that will provide you with the tools to create your document. Also important to note is the quick access toolbar at the top. Those are items that are always there no matter which tab you're on, and they are things that you're often going to use frequently. You also have the title bar. This is important to notice because where it says document 1, that will change once you've actually saved your document with a title other than document 1. You also have a help button over here, the little blue circle with a question mark in it, that can provide you with some helpful tips if you're ever searching for a formatting technique and you're not quite sure how to find it. The help menu can help you there. There's also a ruler. By default, when Microsoft Word opens, this ruler is not open, but you can click the View tab and check the box for ruler, or there's a little folder over here that allows you to display the ruler as well. Within each tab, like the Home tab here, there's different sections. This is the clipboard section, this one is the font section, here's paragraph, and there's more that go along the way. Within each set of tools that are available right on the tab, there are additional ones sometimes available for you to format your document. And to find those options, you click on the dialog box launcher. It's the little arrow in the corner. You click on that and an alternative menu will open for you to choose the different formatting options that you're looking for. And also not to be missed is down here at the bottom. The status bar, this is often the thing that I see most used for it, is to see how many pages you're at, and also if the document is currently saving or still working on loading the document, it'll show it down here. There's also different views. Generally you're going to stay in a normal view, which is what it'll default to when it opens. And then there's a zoom control over here. So if you want it a little bit larger or a little bit smaller so you can see the layout of the document, you can change that down here. Moving on, one of the most important things when you open up a Microsoft Word document when you're getting started is to save that document in a location where you will then again find it. To do that, you go to the File tab and down to Save As. I also want to point out right now it shows the info is highlighted in blue. That's what this information is showing. Once you have your document saved, it'll show the title and the location that your document is saved right in this section. Now, when you get into saving the document, it's going to look a little bit differently depending on the operating system that you currently have, whether it be Windows XP, Vista, or Windows 7 like this one is displaying. The libraries and then the documents folder right here, these are the default folder that this is the default folder that it's going to, and this is only going to be saved on the computer if that's where you're the computer that you're currently working on. Most times in a school setting, you're going to have to go to the computer and then save to your flash drive, or if you're a student at WITC, to your H drive. Flash drives are portable, you can bring them where you want to go. The H drive is only accessible while you are on campus. Other important things to remember is after you've saved the location up here, make sure that you name it something that describes the document, and then most times you're just going to leave this Save As Type Word document at the defaults. The examples of times that you would change that would be if you were saving it for someone who has an older version of Microsoft Word, you might change that down there. Or if you need to save it as a PDF document for somebody that does not have Microsoft Office on their computer so that they'll be able to view it, you can save that as a PDF document down there. So once you start typing in your document, you can type along. Microsoft Word will automatically wrap your text when it needs to, when it's out of white space at the edge of your paper. You only need to hit enter when you're starting a new paragraph. Your insertion point, or your cursor, is going to be indicated by a blinking black line. The insertion point is important to remember because that is where you'll start making corrections. If you click in an area and use the backspace key, you'll keep the insertion point just after the character that you want to delete, and press the backspace key. So the backspace key deletes what's to the left of your insertion point. The delete key will delete what's to the right of your insertion point. So if your blinking cursor is in a spot and it's in the middle of a word and you want to delete that entire word, you're going to backspace and use the delete key, and it'll take what's to the left and right of that insertion point. This is the typical placement of the backspace and delete keys on a keyboard. Each keyboard is going to look a little bit differently. Here's the backspace on this one and the delete key on this one. Especially on laptops, you might find this delete key in a different location. The backspace key is pretty standard in that location. Another commonly used tool, even when you're just getting started in Word, is to cut, copy, and paste. When you do that, you want to select the section of text that you're wanting to either cut or copy, and then you can use the tools on the Home tab of your ribbon. So right up here is your copy button, cut button, and paste. Now you can also use a right-click menu to cut, copy, and paste. A lot of people that I see will accidentally or mistakenly try and click on this paste options text right here. Where you actually need to click is on the A or on the picture below it. Another handy tool though, while you're pasting that text, is you can hover over this button and it'll give you a preview of what it's going to look like. So if you have multiple options, you can choose between those options by hovering over that button. Formatting text is definitely something that you'll be getting into right away with Microsoft Word. That again is on the Home tab. You have your choice of fonts right here. The default is Calibri. And then you have a choice of your font size right here, and the default for that is 11. It used to be the defaults were Times New Roman and 12. So you may come across a lot, or not a lot of instances, but some instances where the formatting requirements are going to be Times New Roman and 12 because that used to be the default before Microsoft Office 2007. So to change the font, you would have to first select the text that you want to change, click on the font type button, and then select the font type that you'd like. Click on the font size button and select the size that you need as well. Line spacing indicates the amount of white space between each of your lines. It's the white space between each of your lines where the Word has automatically wrapped the text and where you've hit enter to start a new paragraph. So it's line and paragraph spacing. To format a paragraph, you have to first again select the text that you want to format, and then you can format that line and paragraph spacing with this button right here. You click on that, and then you can change it to the requirements of that particular assignment or that project that you're working on. Here are some handy references for you. There's a ton of step-by-step tutorials out there through different vendors. They're most often free. That'll help get you started in Microsoft Word. Microsoft actually has quite a few on their own site, and you'll see a couple of those links here as well. So feel free to take some time and visit each of those sites. So that is all I have for you for this Learning Commons video. For more information and more how-to videos, please go to www.witc.edu. You can access the library page and then go to training videos on the left-hand side. I hope you've enjoyed this time, and if you have any questions, do feel free to stop in to any of the Learning Commons at your local campus. Thank you.